Hey, what's going on everybody? Scott Hilse here with you today. We're going to be talking Shopify apps coming to you from snowy St. Louis, Missouri. As always, before I start this video, I just want to say be sure to subscribe and turn post notifications on because as you see in the comments, every single video I drop within the first hour, I answer any and all questions immediately, just like that with a snap response. So be sure to subscribe, turn post notifications on, and if you like this video, hit like. That helps me grow my channel so much. That's the bare minimum I ask for you guys, just to please hit like because that helps me grow so much. Like the algorithm and everything is just amazing. So let's jump right into it. Right now I'm going to reveal to you the top 6 dropshipping apps in my opinion. Now the reason I did 6 instead of 5 is because, as a lot of you know, my specialty is one product dropshipping, but there's one app that can only be used for multi-product dropshipping. So I'm going to cover that too, just for all you multi-product dropshippers out there. Okay, so the first app you just got to have is Oberlo. A lot of you do know I flew out to Berlin, I met with the owner and all that. It was a great time. Probably one of the best experiences of my life. It's just common sense to have Oberlo. I wouldn't recommend doing WooCommerce or Dropify or anything. Shopify tied with Oberlo. They're actually the same company now. Shopify bought Oberlo out last year. It's like the perfect combination. Large majority of dropshippers use Shopify and Oberlo. Like Oberlo is just a must for dropshipping, and most of you know this, so I'm not even gonna spend too much time on it. For those of you who don't know, it's basically the app that allows you to dropship. It ties AliExpress with your store and syncs it all and everything. So that's a must-have. That's out of the way. Now, what I think is probably the most important app on all of Shopify, dropshipping or just e-commerce in general, it's called Best Currency Converter. Best is all caps, currency converter, and you want the pro plan. Do not get the free plan. I don't have any affiliate links in my description or anything. I'm just giving you the truth right here. Best currency converter with the pro plan, because it converts to basically every single currency, but the main thing is it auto switches. So say someone's visiting your site from Britain, it's gonna auto convert the currency to the Britain pound, and then so on for every single other country, because with the free plan you can't do that. With the free plan, the user has to go in and change the currency, and that's a huge impact on conversions. You want the checkout to be as seamless and smooth as possible. That's why I do one product dropshipping. It's just a big funnel. I mean, it's so much easier. Basically, you want to think about e-commerce in general just like this. The less clicks, the more hits you're gonna get. It's that simple. The less clicks, the more hits. And I don't mean hits like you're gonna get a visitor on your website. You're actually gonna get sales. Okay, so the third app I would strongly recommend you doing is called Consistent Cart. If you guys have the upgraded version of Shopify plan, you don't need this app, I don't believe. I believe the $80 a month plan actually comes with this included in Shopify, so it's all wrapped up and packaged nice for you. But if you don't have that plan, it's a must. Like I would strongly recommend download the Consistent Cart app or another cart recovery app. It really doesn't matter. This is just the one I have the experience in, so this is the one I can recommend the most. And it doesn't even cost any money. They actually charge you for each sale they bring in. And just in my store alone, that app has brought me thousands of dollars that I wouldn't have gotten. I think it's like between $3,000 or $4,000 in cart recovery that I just wouldn't have had without this app. So it pays for itself real quick, and you don't even pay for it really. It's just they take percentage. I brought my heavy tripod today, so this thing is heavy and it is killing my shoulders already, and we're only on app 3. And I want to mention, so when you do download Consistent Cart, you definitely want to have a 3 email series. The first email is going to go out 2 hours after the abandoned cart. The next email should go out between about 18 to 24 hours after they abandon the cart. And then the third email, you want to do more like 36 hours, but you want to hit them with that discount code. One last ditch effort to try to get them to buy. Because if you think about it, that's like leaving money on the table. If you don't at least offer them the discount code at the very end, maybe they won't buy it, but if they buy it, then you just made that sale and you made that money. So giving a discount makes sense so many of the time. Honestly, like a 10%, that's what I offer, a 10% discount. A 10% discount means the world to some people, and that's the difference between a buyer and a non-buyer. All right guys, so the fourth app, and this is a very important one too, it actually ties in with the third app, the cart recovery app, because they intertwine together. And I'll explain. Basically what Hurrify is, it puts a timer on your product and it says you've sold this many. I'd recommend doing the sold number because that builds your trust like crazy. Definitely do like, you know, a couple hundred sold or whatever. Then you're gonna have a timer that's say like a day and 19 hours until it expires or whatever. This is the beautiful part. So you wanna turn on the setting in Hurrify so that that timer is cookies based. And what that means is anybody who visits your site, if they come back, say like 10 hours later, there's gonna be 10 hours that's deducted from the clock. So it looks very believable. When you tie in these emails, they keep coming back, and they're seeing the timer actually going down, and they're like, oh shit, I better buy this motherfucker before it's too late. Especially if they haven't bought by the time of the third email, because the third email should be planned out like 2 hours before the timer goes down. You offer them that discount code last minute, they're gonna be buying. The issue with the Hurrify app, and there's no other apps that do this, but there's a workaround for it. The issue with the Hurrify app, I believe the developer's name is Yusuf. I got the Hurrify app when it was 1.0. and he had a little button. It just said click, and you click that button and the timer is able to go on your homepage product. One product dropshipping, we're only selling products on the homepage, just one product. So that was 1.0. So this guy Yusuf announces this huge update, right? Changes the interface, changes everything, and he just takes away the button. And I'm like, Yusuf, what the hell, man? Like, I need that button. And he's like, well, it's just a simple coding. And I'm like, I don't do coding. Like, why would you take away a feature for an update? That makes no sense. He's like, okay, just email support and we can install it for you and stuff. I'm like, Yusuf, I got a course coming out soon and I plan to have hundreds of people in it. And at this point, it's 1,500 people in simplified dropshipping. And by the way, if you guys want more information on that, I'll leave a link in the description below. So I tell him this, and this man starts getting hostile with me. He's like, is this so simple, like, or whatever? And he was like kind of being hostile. I'm like, man, calm down. I'm just questioning, why is your update a downgrade from your last version? It makes no sense. That's not what updates are supposed to do. And of course, he's getting all defensive, whatever. So anyway, every single one of my students, all 1,500, have had to message this guy asking for the assistance. He tries to get them to code it themselves. They're like, man, we don't know coding. Just like, can you do it for me? He said he's had to go through every single person and do it for him just because he is so stubborn. He won't add the button back. It makes no sense at all. But other than that, that's a strongly, strongly recommended app, especially if you have consistent cart tied in with it. That is what I count a large percentage of my sales for. Because like I said, guys, not only is the timer important, but showing how many are sold is so important. Before I even was dropshipping, I was naive enough to think that the sold number was actually real on all these sites. All these sites are faking it. Like my site personally, that's real. Like, I never really wanted to fake it because I had pretty good success right at the start. But honestly, there's nothing wrong with saying you sold like 164 just to boost that trust. And that is what the next two apps are going to be about. I'll try holding it like this the rest of the way. I wonder what this is going to look like. All right, so the fifth app is a classic. Almost every single person I know has this on their store. It's called Sales Pop by Beaconing. And I'm sure you've seen it on every single store, dropshipping or e-commerce. It's basically any store that's run under Shopify, everyone has this app. Sales Pop by Beaconing. What it does is it takes your order list and actually pops up and says like, so say like someone named Carrie bought an iPhone case from me last week. When people are visiting, it's gonna be like, Carrie just bought this case from Minneapolis, United States or whatever. Again, what that's doing is you're building trust like a motherfucker out here. And that is a huge part of e-commerce because everyone's getting fed scams all day long. Everyone's going to these weird ass sites selling weird products, and the people running them don't really know what they're doing. They're like, well, general store, I should do a general store, and they think they're gonna get rich off of that. There's no long-term plan really in a general store unless you do focus down on one product. If you're focusing down on one product, you might as well go ahead and fully commit to that one product and do one product drop shipping with a funnel instead of a website. But again, that's more what I do. I don't really want to get into that. I want to stay focused on these apps. Alrighty guys, so the last app I can recommend, this is more for multi-product stores. You cannot do this on a one product store. There's actually a better way to get the trust with a one product store than with this. But if you are doing multi-products, this is the way to go to do this, to build this sort of trust. You want to download the app Free Trust Badges. And what that's going to do, again, the trust is huge in dropshipping. It's going to build trust with everybody because it's going to say through SLL certification, whatever, through MasterCard, Visa, PayPal, and have all these trust badges on every single one of your products. Now you have these trust badges on every single one of your products, but you also have a timer that shows the number sold on all of your products. So now guys, you're busting trust. Like, trust is just busting from your seams. People trust you a little too much, okay? At this point, like they're just trusting you too much, but there's no such thing as that in dropshipping. Hey guys, that's it. I'm actually about to go home right now and just relax for a bit, edit this video, and get ready to answer all your questions. That's the conclusion of this video. This is my top 6 dropshipping apps. I'd highly recommend every single one of you downloading them all. So anyway guys, my name is Scott Hilse. Thank you so much for watching. If you like that, again, please sure to hit like, be sure to leave a comment below. And if you're within the first hour, you're gonna get an immediate response like that. Any question at all, just keep them coming, but don't abuse it. If I see you abusing it, like 10, 20 questions, I'm just not gonna respond to any of your questions because some people are trying to do that. Like just get 1, maybe 2 questions in and I'll be sure to give my best response. And one quick mention, if you guys are watching this before January 20th, 2019, I'm giving away a pair of Yeezys, either frozen yellow or maybe even white. You get to choose between one of the two. So be sure to go to my Instagram right here and find this post right here. It's very simple. All you got to do is like the photo, turn on post notifications, and then comment your size, your color, and 3 friends who would also be interested in it. And then Sunday, January 20th, I believe it's 7 p.m. Central Time. I'm gonna be going Instagram live and drawing it live. Just so you guys know, I'm not booling. There's gonna be no tomfoolery or anything. It's gonna be completely legit. I'm gonna keep these giveaways coming. So that's another reason to subscribe and follow me on Instagram. So it should be really exciting stuff. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Scott Hilse, peace out. My arm's so tired right now, oh my God.